So now, ladies and gentlemen, live and in color, it's Mr. Wayne Love Juice.
The other day our producer Louis had a chat with an interesting chappie who said that the YouTube algorithms really aren't that happy if a channel only broadcasts once a week, so we decided we could text ya whenever we've got a piece of news in our new book on the track extra. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday tea time, and welcome to another episode of On the Track Extra. My name's Jon HADN'T. I'm the director of an organisation called the Centre for Fortean Zoology, and for the last 30 years I have been masterminding the CFZ's search for mystery animals around the world. Every Saturday afternoon we do a show called On the Track, which is a potpourri as my producer Louis keeps on insisting that I call it in some sort of foreign way. That's a potpourri of hard science, weird shit, and a selection of surreality. You don't know what surreality is? Cop a load of this. But recently we've started doing these shows on Wednesday evening as well. This is partly because we've got an awful lot of stuff we'd like to share with you, partly because people like watching it, and partly because we're trying to bamboozle the YouTube algorithms into thinking that we're far more important than we are by putting out 2 shows a week instead of 1. Is it going to work? Lord only knows, but we'll have to wait and see. Enjoy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are following the request of our old friend Nick Holland and doing more book reviews. However, on this occasion it's going to be purely Richard doing the book reviews, or rather it looks like it's Richard accompanied by Dottie Periwinkle the cat. And this is the cat, by the way, that's in love with Archie and behaves in the most shameless manner, deporting herself in front of him, and he just sort of sniffs and looks a bit confused and wanders off. But this book review is being done by Richard and Dottie because although it came out of my library upstairs, I have no memory of ever having read it. So over to you, Richard, my dear boy.
Oh, this is Mysterious Monsters by Daniel Farston and Angus Hull, and it's one of those big format, well illustrated books that you don't really get anymore. It's a sort of book that was around in the 70s and the 80s. What's the date on this one? My eyes are going up. 1990. So this was later than I thought. But you don't seem to get these big format, nicely illustrated books anymore. And it's got chapters on things like the Yeti and sea serpents and lake monsters, and also legendary creatures like dragons and vampires and werewolves and things like that. And it's surprisingly detailed. It's like a coffee book edition. It's quite lightweight. There's a lot of information in it. It's a good big hardback book. And look at these cracking illustrations we've got. Illustration of the Yeti, that classic illustration of the 2 Yetis, which is an accurate illustration, one of the best illustrations of the Yeti I've ever seen. The setting is wrong, the snowfields, they actually live in forests, but the actual creature itself is a really nice picture. Can we see that? No, that's great. Beautifully painted illustrations. Here's another one of a kraken attacking a ship. And that's based off an actual event that happened off the coast of West Africa. and was recorded by Pierre Denis de Montfort. And old medieval illustrations. There's the Dragon of Wantley, and I dare say you could pick this up on eBay. I've seen it in shops, in second-hand shops. I'm surprised it's as late as it was, 1990. I thought it was late 70s, early 80s. But you don't seem to get these anymore, and it's a really good read, beautifully illustrated. This copy's a little bit shabby because it's been knocking around for quite a long time up in the library, but it's well worth a look.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for this episode. That is actually the last of our book reviews for the time being. Why, I hear you ask? Why, growls Mick Holland, who wanted more book reviews? Well, the fact is that Richard was here, so we filmed some. Richard's not here for the foreseeable future. I don't know when either him or Carl are going to be here next. So, when they do come, I will do my best to get more book reviews done. But in the meantime, the On the Track extras will still be going out on Wednesday evenings, and so I'm going to be doing the next couple myself. But I'm sure they will be jolly and fun and all sorts of other things. I can't be bothered to do my 3 E's of edifying, educational and effervescent. I can't remember what the other E was. It doesn't matter. I always enjoy doing these shows. I hope you guys enjoy watching them. And in case you can't wait, there's another On the Track on Saturday, and in a week's time I'll be back to see you again. So if you're there watching me, then wait for it, V. McQuillan. I'll be seeing you.